Hi, I am Sri Lakshmi, working as Assistant Professor in CSC Department, Gokaraj Rangaraj Institute of Engineering and Technology. In this video, I am going to explain data abstraction in database management systems. Data abstraction, it is a process of hiding the implementation details, like how the data is actually stored in the database and maintained. In this way, it is only representing the essential features in order to simplify the user's interaction with the system. The major purpose of the database system is to provide users with the abstract view of the system, which is nothing but the user will be only concentrating on the higher details like the fields in the database, how to insert the data in the database like updation, modification, and how to select the fields which are required for him. In this way, the user will be having only the higher level details and he is no way concerned with the inner details. In this way, data abstraction is provided in the database management system. In order to simplify the user's interaction, there are three levels that are being maintained by the DBMS. The first one is the physical level, the second one is logical or conceptual level, and the third one is view level. So in this way, providing different levels will provide the integrity to the database management system, because not all the users can directly access the database and modify. Only the database administrators, they will provide rights to the users who should modify, who should select, who should insert, like that. So if we see at the physical level, we have it is the lowest level of abstraction. It describes how the data is actually stored. Like the complex low level data structures are being used in the physical level. Examples we can say B-trees, hashing, indexing, which we will cover in the next upcoming chapters. So these types of representations are at the physical level of the database, and the user who is using the database is not aware of these types of representations. The second one is logical or conceptual level. This is the next higher level in the data abstraction. Here we concentrate on only what data is stored and what are all the relationships that are existing between the data. This is the level this is the level where the database administrator comes into picture. The next level is view level, the highest level of abstraction we can say this is. It describes only part of the database for particular group of users. As I said, some of the users, like for example, if you take student database management system, the students will have a separate view, the college management will have a separate view, and the transport people will have a separate view, the faculty will have a separate view for the entire database. In this way, all of us will have a highest level of abstraction of the database. The database administrator will be at the next lower level, and the physical level is at the lowest level, like the last level. So in this diagram, we can see the pictorial representation of the database abstraction. At the lowest level, we have the physical level. Next one is conceptual level and the view level. As I said, the users will be at the view level, database administrator will be at the conceptual level, and DBMS programmers, like who design the database, will be at the lowest level. Here I will be explaining about the illustrative example we will be seeing here. So this is the bytes that are occupied by each of the database attributes or fields we can say here. So for example, in this example we can see account, name, type, amount. All of them are occupying different types of byte representations with different offsets. This is the physical level. At the conceptual level, we can see these are all the different attributes and their data types. For example, we see here account number is of numeric type, account name is character type is character, amount is numeric. This type of representation of data is called as conceptual level. And at the highest level, we have separate views. The first view is given to the account holder with only two fields like account name and amount. And the second view is given to the manager with account number, account name, type and amount. In this way, the database is not given the complete access to the users. One user will be given some part of the database access and another user will be given another part of the database access. In this way, data abstraction is provided in the database management system. Here I am explaining about the database schema and instance. A schema is the complete design of the database, like what are all the fields that are to be incorporated in the database and what are all the data types for each field we will be seeing in the schema. The names of the tables, columns as I said, data types, triggers, functions, everything that we will be covering in the next upcoming chapters. We will be seeing there. Everything will be included in the schema only. Schema is completely like a blueprint or snapshot for the database. Next one is instance. An instance is the data stored in a database at a particular moment of time, we can say. In this example, we will be seeing what is the database schema. So, database schema is name, date of birth, address, job, scale. So, these are all the names of the columns and their data types we will be seeing here. Name is of string type, date of birth is date type, address is of string type, job is string type, scale is integer type. In this way, schema will have the different types of attributes along with their data types, and also we can have more like triggers as I said earlier. A database instance is a particular instance at which the data will be stored. For example, here name Johnson, date of birth is 2/4/1960, address London, job programmer, scale is 12. This is called instance. The data stored in the database at a particular moment of time is called as database instance. This is another instance, name is this. This is the third instance. Like this we can see here 3 instances. So this is about the database schema and instance. Like this, database will have different types of database abstractions and database schema and instances. With all this, we will be having a complete user abstractions and also who all can access the database and what is the schema, what is the instance, we will be covering in this video. For example, we can see in the previous slide, here the schema is, we can say, stored account, account name, type and amount. This is the schema for the we can say the account database, we can say here. So the instance is like what is the account name, for example savings account, amount is 1 lakh and account name type is account number also we will be having, amount 1 lakh. So the particular values that are being stored at a particular moment is called as instance. This is the schema and the values that are stored in this particular fields is called as instance. In this example, we can understand in this way. So, data abstraction and data instance, data schema. All these are very much important for the database management system because we cannot provide complete access to the database for all the users. each user will have his own access. If we provide all the users the entire database access, then there is a problem of database inconsistency and database redundancy. So that will create lot of problems for the database management system. Sometimes the database also crashes. So with this, I am completing the second part of my presentation. Thank you.